Hello, Anthony Gambale here. Welcome to a another round of our Dreams Business Cloud training here, which is of course on a Go high level chassis here. If you are new to the company and recently acquired Dreams Business Cloud, I would suggest going to the top of the playlist and work yourself down in order. If you're not part of Dreams and you just tapped on the Go High Level portion of it, this is a Go High Level chassis, so the functionality that you'll see here will work in your system. But of course, all the automations or anything that you may see, websites or what for, are not going to be there because that's part of our organization. If you're intrigued, go to the description box, learn a little bit more about what it is we do. You'll see some information on there. So click that. So with that, we're going to get started here in just a moment. Again, like and subscribe to the channel. This way you get notified every time we drop a new video. You can also add comments to there and whatnot. We'll monitor those as well. I'm just waiting for people to get started here, and we'll be good to go. Resume record. Okay, so here we are, Dreams Business Cloud. If this again is your first video that you're seeing, you're part of Dreams, go to you're on the channel already, go to episode 1 and start from the beginning. Otherwise, you'll be a little lost. It's like reading a book from chapter 3, right? What's going on? I have no idea what's going on. What we're going to talk about here is beginning of automations and how you get automations started and really the genesis of it, creating an automation. Okay, I use ChatGPT to uh, to create what it is that I'm going to create. Okay, so when you're using AI, okay, computers they're literal, okay, and they're not assumptive, right? Like people are, right? You can say a sentence or a paragraph to 4 or 5 different people, isolated from each other, and each of them will take something different from what you said, right? Based on inflection and emotion and energy. AI is not like that, right? AI will do what you tell it to do or what it thinks what you're trying to tell it to do, right? So when you're creating anything within AI, right, you say your statement, and then the last thing you say is affirm and confirm, right? What you're asking the AI to do is affirm what you're saying and confirm it. And it's going to say, I understand what you're saying. You want blah 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 blah, right? This way you get the output that you want, and then you make adjustments accordingly. Okay. So what automation are you trying to set out first? Is it a recruiting automation? Is it a uh, businesses that you've got? How are you carving out your niches, right? So create an automation that is going to be specific to the message that you're going to send and the action that you want that individual to do. Okay, you don't want more than you don't want anyone to do more than one thing. Humans are just, it's the goldfish mentality, right? The goldfish has got about 7 seconds of memory, and people are kind of the same way. So don't try and ask them to do too many things per action. Like, check out this, or that. No, it's either this or nothing, right? Because if you do that, you're going to, people are going to bounce off. Okay, so what you're going to do now is create an automation here. So we're going to do this together. Let's decide as a group here what type of automation that we would like to create here. I don't just want to do something off the handle. Do we want to do a reaching out to businesses automation? Okay. Or do we want to do a recruiting automation? So let's you can throw that in the chat here and let's see what comes up here. So in the chat, just type in business or recruiting. Okay, so Matt says business, business, business. Okay. Okay, so let's do business recruiting, business automation. Okay, so what is it now that we know who we're reaching out to, what is it that we're trying to have them do? Right? What is it? What is the action that we want them to do? What is the message? Okay. So our primary goal is to get them intrigued and interested in what it is that we do. Now, first and foremost, if you're new to AI and ChatGPT, you have to teach it what you do, right? You can't just uh, expect it to know what you're trying to do. Because if you try to create an automation for business, for what we do in a brand new account, forget it. It's not going to know anything about what we do, right? So you have to teach it and train it. And how you do that is you use the actually, since everyone's sharing with me, someone's in it. Let me just grab that document here that Mike created. I'm gonna put this in the chat. What's on the drive? Let's see here. Just looking for this one here. Yeah, this is it. So this is the master folder. I'm gonna throw this in the chat. Gotta minimize this so I can see the chat. And it'll analyze what it is that we do. Okay. Another thing you're going to do is you're going to put in the Dreams score, which is these websites. We're going to the dashboard. So we're like I said, we're starting from scratch, right? I'm making believe like this is a brand new account. Nobody and the AI has no idea what it is we do. You grab this link, right? And you open up to the page that says get your score. Just mute yourself, guys, if you would, because I'm doing a bunch of different things at one time. I'd appreciate everybody muting. I'll mute these now, but okay. So go to here, view a sample report. You want to be on this page. Put that in the AI. Put any of your web pages in the AI, the Dreams pages, along with that thing, and then you're going to train it. So mine kind of knows what we're doing here. Okay, so we want to create an automation that now for businesses, you typically are not going to have typically, okay, um, a cell phone to do SMS. Okay, you'll have a business number, and of course you can't do that. So we're going to pretend that we have the business owner's emails and we have the business owner's cell phone. Okay, so that's how we're going to address this. This is where you can see all functionality of an automation. Okay, well, lots of times we won't have that. So what we're going to tell it to do is reference, and make sure no one else is waiting in the waiting room here, real quickly here. If the chat is good. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna tell the AI that we want to promote the Dream Score to businesses, right? It knows what the Dream Score is. We're going to tell it that we want to create 4 emails, short emails, okay, and 3 messages, 3 SMS messages, and we're going to stretch that out over the period of, say, 10 days, okay? And just make sure everybody's muted upon coming in here. I use voice. I'm not a strong typer, so I'm going to say, please create a automated campaign debuting the Dream Score for business owners. I want 4 emails and 3 text messages. This campaign will stretch out over 10 days. I want the campaigns to be short and sweet. I don't want a long dialogue. Short, maybe a paragraph with a call to action to schedule a Dream Score on my calendar. And now we're going to see what it's going to do. The short emails like that, okay? Not long form emails. Business owners are um busy, man. They see a long email, it's like not going to happen. I call these um picture emails, a snapshot emails, meaning that you could read it without reading it, right? Your brain has the capability of absorbing uh, a short clip like that in one shot, okay, in one shot. So let's see what it said here. See, now what's the most important part of the email? You're probably thinking it's the email. No, the most important part of the email is the subject line, right? The email itself could be giving that person a winning lottery ticket, but if the subject line is um, is not intriguing and that person never opens the email, what is the point, right? The email is wasted. So when you sometimes I adjust the subject lines that they give. It has learned my style, as you can see. The AI will learn your style when you tell it to do something. You say, this is how I want the subject line to be. Short, inquisitive, but not too much information. I want the individual to um, click because of the subject line is intriguing. Make all my emails from this time forward the subject lines like that. Okay, and then boom. Every time you ask it to do an email, moving forward, it's going to do an email using that format, right? And you always say, if that's how you like it, from now on, I want it like this. And the AI will remember it. They remember everything, right? AI remembers everything. Okay. So we got here, most business owners, payroll expenses, simple way to measure. Okay, so that's great. Now we go to the text message. Okay. If you notice, it knows I'm using Go High Level. So it's using, well, what's the piece here? It's using Go High Level's custom values field. Okay, that's what this is here. It says Go High Level's custom values field. Okay, perfect. Here's a calendar link, right? So that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move this out of this window. Okay, so we can go into the Go High Level, and we're going to create an automation. So I'm in, actually, I'll just do it in mine. So I have it here. Why not? So we're going to go to automation. Everybody understands what automation is, right? An automation is a sequence of events that's going to happen automatically without you participating in it, right? You push a button and you walk away and it does its thing. Okay. So we're in automation and we're going to create a new workflow. We're going to start it. I typically start them from scratch, right? And then we're going to name it. Let's go up. I told you I'm not good. I was lying when I said I wasn't a good typer. See, if you're saying anyone's better than you, we're not. We're not. Okay. So how are we going to start this automation, right? An automation starts various different ways. One could be a tag added to a contact. Okay. A second one could be a form being created from a website. Again, depending on how you are getting people into this workflow, right? So a workflow could be used for many different ways. It could be people that you already have the information for, right? And that would be tag added. or it could be a form submitted. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to add a trigger, and the trigger is going to be a contact tag, right? We're going to add a tag. Tag added, tag removed. So let's talk about what that means. It means that when a tag is added to a contact record, this automation is going to fire. Or if a tag is removed, um, an automation that you created is going to fire, right? So it can be used in both ways. So tag added. Okay, now we just have to create the tag. So let's see here. We'll call it. So there's a bunch there for Dream Score, right? So I'm going to name it something different. Typically, I want my tags to align with the workflow name because they'll be easier to find and easier to track. If you name it something else, you may not remember what it is. You'll have to go into the workflow and do it. And then you're going to click Add Tag. So any contact now that I put this tag to, whatever is created here is going to go off. Okay. We're going to save it. It's going to automatically save. You're going to look for this little cloud here. Okay. It is unpublished, but it is cloud. So let's say we want to add another trigger. Okay. Because I'm want to create a landing page or a squeeze page or something on my website or something out in the world, right? Where someone's going to create, it's going to fill out a form and they're going to, let's say a contact, like you could do an automation that says, uh, squeeze page, learn more about what a dream score is for your business. And they're like, okay, what is it? But that's all you want them to do. You're going to give them no more information other than that. So now they're going to fill out the form, boom, 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 and then you'll send them to another page. And that page could be a short video presentation talking about what a dream score is, maybe a sample score that you could show someone. Uh, Now, what will happen is the automation will also fire, right? Because at the end of that short video, you'll have a call to action. And on that call to action will be a calendar, right? Schedule your dream. What if they don't do it? What if they click away, right? They clicked away. They were intrigued for a moment. They're busy. The phone rang. A shipment didn't come in that was supposed to come in, or something else, and they completely forgot about it. What happens now is they'll get an email, which should be an initial email that will say whatever you want it to say, and then your automation will fire. Okay, that is the automated follow-up, and of course you're going to do your own live follow-up in addition to that. So form submitted. So now we have a tag added and a form submitted. Okay, so now we're going to look for the form. And we have to find which form we want. Form is, because we're looking for a form. Form is. Now here are all the forms that are in here, right? And let's see, I'm just going to grab any old form. Let's see here. Let's see what I have here. Just for the sake of having a form, let's just do, let's see here. I'll do this one here, just to have a form. So now when that form, which is a 404 support form, whatever you name your forms, what they are, ladies and gentlemen, right? Don't be trying to be clever. Be literal. Name your forms what the form is going to be for. This way, you could easily find it, right? And don't make them generic. So now we have two triggers here that can start this workflow. Now we're going to start the workflow that we just created. Our first action is going to be an email, right? Or a voicemail. So what I typically do now, remember, we're making believe that we have this individual's phone number, right? So we're going to select a voicemail. Okay. But we have to attach it. So now we're going to go here and we're going to go to this. I'm going to throw this in the chat so you guys have it. Is anyone, okay, in there. So now we're going to create a voicemail for the first thing. And I'm going to do it right here live. Okay. Now I don't, now this is going to be a general voicemail that's going to go out to everyone that comes into this automation, right? So it's not hi Tom, hi Jerry, hi Mary, hi Sue, right? Because it is a voicemail that's going out to everyone. So you can't say a name. Remember what the object of this voicemail is one thing and one thing only, to direct them to the email that you just sent, right? To direct them to the email. Hey, this is Anthony Gambale. Hope all is well. Hey, listen, I just sent you an email to your primary email account here. Take a look at that and get back to me. I'd love to discuss what the context of that email. Stop. Now, if you don't like it, you just re-record it. I'm just doing it for, just cut that down in the ends, right? If you don't like it, just hit X, re-record it until you like it, play it. You can play it until you like it. Once you feel, hey, this sounds awesome, you click save, right? That's going to save it to your downloads. Now you go back to your automation, oh, wrong one, and you're going to add attachment, upload from your computer, go to your downloads, and there it is, the latest one. It's there, right? Hit save. Make sure you hit save, ladies and gentlemen. They did put the autosave in here, which helps 80% of the time, but sometimes you can forget to save, and if you click off, boom, guess what? You got to start from scratch. Okay, so now we have a voicemail, and we're going to get a email and an SMS. That's going to happen, right? So the next one here is going to be an email. We're going to send an email, and it's going to be the email that we just created. Okay. So within the emails here, you have the ability to do one of two things. One, create an email from scratch right here, which is what we're going to do. Two is import an email that you've created in the templates. Okay, we're not going to do that. We're just going to create an email here. Okay, so the custom values is where this is going to come in. So this is going to be first email is the action name. First email, right? Who's it from? Now you're going to go into the custom values of your system and find out what your name is. Okay, so let's just do that quickly. So some of you may not know what that means. So go into the settings, right? Go into the settings. This is where having multiple computer screens is your friend, custom values, because custom view fields and values. We want values. Click on folders, and then you want agent information, right? So then what you're going to do is you're going to look, excuse me, you're going to look for your name, right? Here's the value to the right. This is what is going to be displayed um, on your website, your email, or whatever. This is the information here to your right. The one in the middle is the gobbledygook that you see when you're creating it, right? And of course, the folder that it's in. So now I always go to the most views possible because I don't want to be going through 10,000 pages here. And you look for your name. Here's my name. So what is it? What's the value for that? Referring agent's name. So now you know it, you're good to go. So let's go back to referring agent's name. And then, of course, what email is it from? We're going to go to, it's not contact. You're going to go to custom values. Okay. And then you're going to look for agent information, my automated email. Okay. Subject line, we're going to go to the emails that we created here. Let me just move some of these things out of my way here. Email number one, which we created. What's the subject line? I'm just going to grab it. We'll put that in there. Subject line. I'm not going to do a pre-header. Okay, now we're going to go into here. Okay, so here's where I do that's a little bit different. You want people's eyes, if has anyone ever been in a private plane and if you've ever flown in a private plane or have flown a private plane, what pilots do is they scan the sky. They don't look straight ahead at the nose of the plane. Their eyes are always moving. And the reason why they do that is you can pick up anything by scanning. That's how the brain is wired, right? And back when we were walking through the jungles and there are things that wanted to eat us, people always, you're not looking straight ahead, you're always moving your head, you're scanning, okay? So you do the same. We use that psychology here to make certain things pop on an email, right? So if you see some of my emails, you'll notice that certain things are bolded or italicized, right? Because I want to highlight them. This is just the language, right? So um, you want to separate this out, right? So we read through it here. So hidden opportunities, we're gonna bold that one up, right? We want the brain to catch hidden opportunities, right? Identify areas. Because when the brain is scanning this, that's going to pop out, right? It's going to pop out. Benefits, reduce protection, growth opportunities. Schedule a brief, there's a schedule. And then I'll do your business. I'll bold that one up. Okay, so now I'm going to break this out so it's not all jumbled up on top of each other. Okay, so let me go here. Okay, so there's a calendar link, right? Which is, again, let's go back here. If you have, you can create a calendar link and make it I don't have any here set up that way, but you can do it. Create a calendar link and make it a custom value within the calendars. You could do that, or you can send them to wherever you want to send them. Right? If it's a web address, the web address would be to the right here under the value, and the key, which is uh, the language here, the computer language, uh, is going to be what's going to be shown in there. So let's go back into this here again, and then you're going to go down, and you can say, what do I usually do? Nothing other. I don't want that to be bolded. And then we go down here. We go down to custom values. I'm doing this nice and slow for you guys who, again, we want to go into custom values, agent information, agent's name, referring agent's full name, or first name. Just make sure it doesn't matter. If you want, I don't want that to be bolded, so I'm going to unbold it. If you want your phone number in there, you can do that as well. Go back in here and office number, right? And then that's all good. Track the clicks, save, and that one is done. And then you could test it by putting your email here. Put your email in here, send test, and then you go to your email. and give it a moment to come here. It usually comes in. Always double check your spam folder, but it knows that it's coming from me, so it should come through here in a moment. Let's refresh it. So there it is. I'll open it up. Do we like it? Does it look good? You see how you can read that almost immediately, like within like a second? They pop out to you. Hidden opportunities identifies areas of or growth opportunities, schedule, brief call, and of course, I didn't put a value here, but if there was a link, that link would be there. And then boom, done. Let's go back into here, save that. Now we're going to wait. We're going to put some wait steps in here. So the voicemail, email, text messages, we're going to wait a period of time. I usually do 2 minutes. Because again, you want it to almost appear as if you're doing this, right? And not so much that it's automated. Time period, 2 minutes. Now, what is the advanced window? The advanced window is when is it okay for the system to send out the text message or email, right? So Monday through Friday between 9 and 5, if you want to go, let's say 7 instead of 5, you go 7. That's good. And it's going to pepper them in that time zone. So it's not always going to be the same time. It's going to be somewhere within that range of time. And then we're going to save. Okay. So we have a phone call. We have our first email, right? Now we're going to do an SMS. Send SMS. Again, you can use a template. As you can see, there's templates there or snippets, but we're doing it from what we've created. So day 1, we're going to go and get the SMS. Hold on, let me just get that sucker. Text 1, text 2. Okay. Hi, contact, right? Whatever his first name is. Okay, that's what's nice about the system. This is Anthony. I wanted to introduce you to the Dream Score for business owners. A quick way to identify personal savings opportunities with business. You can show the brief call here. Okay, so what I typically do here is I will go here. Check your custom values contacts email. Why do why do I do that? They may have an email address that they use. We all have one address that we use for when we want to get information, but we don't want to be harassed because we put an email in there. But we're curious because we want whatever it is that they're offering. And maybe that email that they used, right? Prior to knowledge of what they're going to get. So they went from, I may not want to be contacted, right, from this individual company to, you know what, I really want to be contacted. Okay. But they won't remember what email that they put in there because people just, they're on autopilot. So if you say, hey, check your blah, blah, blah email, uh, don't forget to check the spam folder. Okay. Your objective here is to get eyeballs on that email. Okay. If it's in the spam folder, most people don't look at their spam folder. I rarely do, unless someone tells me, check your spam folder because I sent you something, then I'll look at it. So check your blah, blah Yahoo email address. Oh, and don't forget the spam folder because they may check it, right? And it's in their spam folder and they didn't think to look in their spam folder. So if you tell them to look in their spam folder, they'll go and they'll also in my inbox. Let me go check. Oh, there it is. It's in my spam folder. Lots of times it will go into spam folder, right? So you want to you want to be a person of guidance from day one. From day one, you want to set yourself as a guide, and as subconsciously they're getting guidance from you to do something. You're telling them to do something, right? So just bear that in mind. Okay. Of course, I don't have a link. You can schedule your brief conversation here. So we're going to now save it. Okay. And we're going to go back into here and now it's all saved. Now you can test it. I would recommend you test it. So I'm going to do that. You have to +1, plus. It's a international, Go High Level is an international global CRM. Okay. You have to put the country codes and you have to do the +1. All right. I'm just going to copy it so I don't have to type it in again. And I'm going to send it. SMS is sent. And I'm going to look right here. This is I have my cell phone connected to my computer. And I'm waiting to see when the little red one will pop up there. There it is. See the little red one? I go in there. I look in there. Now, your Dreams Business Cloud, okay, you're going to name it in your phone, in your cell phone, as I have Dreams Call. I have incoming Dreams Call. That's the contact name that I have in my cell phone. So when correspondence comes from Dreams Business Cloud to my cell phone, okay, I know where it's coming from. Now, if it shows up like this, Dreams Business Call, on a phone call, I know that the person that is calling is not in my cell phone. Okay. They may be in Dreams Business Cloud, but they're not in my cell phone. I always try to keep my cell phone contacts and my Dreams Business Cloud contacts the same. Because what will happen is it'll transfer over and that person's name will show up. Right now, which is a test, it's going to show as Dreams Business Cloud. So I'm going to click on it. You can see these are all different tests that I've done. I check my stuff to make sure everything works, right? Here's an email that has the email that says check your blank for spam if you don't see it, right? And here it is here. Check this email if you don't see it. It all looks good. You like it. That is now done. Okay. And then just it's a process of rinse and repeat. Okay. So now we're going to do now we so we're going to go to the system. We're doing 4 emails. So here's day 1. So we're going to wait. All right. We're going to wait for 2 days. Change this to days. Okay. Advanced window, Monday to Friday from 9 to 7, whatever you want to do, right? And then we're going to save it. The wait steps are important. Okay. Now we're going to send a second email. That's going to come from referring agent. It's going to custom values. I got to look for agent information, agent's email. Name your emails if you have more than one. This is my automation email. Okay. Now I'm going to go get the subject line from email number 2. Okay. Remember, we're talking about dream scores here, right? That's what we're pushing. Okay. So let me grab the rest of the email. So we're going to highlight dream score. I wish the boxes were a little bit bigger, but they're not. So we're going to space everything out so the brain can, at least my brain, can process it. So let's break things out here. Schedule your score. Okay, so Dream Score works. So checkup. So I'm going to bold checkup. Simple review. Never get clear. Okay. We track that. Then I typically save it. Then I'll go back to this one. All right. And I'll go like this. Just copy and paste. Be the king of copy and paste. Unless you're a super fast typer. I am not a super fast typer. So, and then I go to the, whoop, go down to here. Paste that in, hit save, done. And now I'm going to wait an email. Maybe I'll wait 1 minute. 1 minute, advanced window. Keep that all the same till 7 p.m. Save. And now my text message, send SMS, text 2. I'm just going to put in what it says here. Save. Okay, perfect. Now what? We're going to wait another wait step. Let's say 2 days. Make sure you change it to days. Advanced window till 7 p.m. Okay, and now we're at the top of the order again, which is an email. Right, so we're going to send an email. It's going to come from here, agent info. Sometimes you have to go back to custom values. I'm glad I did that. See that? It's not there anymore. You got to go back to custom values, agent information, right? Email, subject line, email number 3, which we created, right, in the AI. We go down here. That looks good. Is not a sales presentation, right? That's what I want to highlight. It's a simple review. Save that. We'll go up here. We'll grab the tail end of the email again because I don't feel like going through all the searching to the custom values and all that stuff. It's already here, so just go here, Control C for copy. Go here, put it where I want to put it. And then Control V for paste. Track the clicks. Save. We'll put another wait step for 1 minute or 2 minutes, whatever, whatever you want to do. Till 7. Okay, so we have an email. Now, what I want to do now, we're halfway through, right? Almost halfway through. We're going to do another voicemail. So let's go back here. Right, so I'm going to say something like, I don't know. Hey, this is Anthony Gambale. Just checking in here. I sent some emails in regards to our proprietary analysis software, the Dream Score. Hope you had an opportunity to look through the the email. Just double check your email. I'll also send you a text message as well. Love to have a chat whenever you get a moment. If you like that, right, you trim the end a little bit so it's sharp. We like it. We hit save. We now know it's in the downloads. I go here, upload from the system. It's the newest one right here. Boom. You hit play here if you want to listen to it. I would recommend do that. Just make sure it sounds okay. Hit save. Now my voicemail is done. I'm going to wait another 2 days. 2 days. Advanced window. Whatever time frame I just took, we're going to put 7 p.m. here just to be consistent. We're going to save. And then we're going to, actually, we want to wait less than that because 2 minutes. There you go. Then we want our email. What it doesn't like here. Maybe it's the subject line. We're on email number. Excuse me. We got 1, 2, 3. We're in the last one. There you go. Grab that. Okay. Let's see if it'll allow me to save it. That looks good. Okay, so that is, now this thing can go on. Let's make sure I'm not muted. This thing can go on forever, right? You could, you can have the next step a month later, right? But just bear in mind, when you do that, only the people that were in the workflow at the beginning of the workflow will get it. Will get that workflow. Okay. If you add new people, unless you're doing a trigger, if you trigger it, then those people will come in to that workflow. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to go to settings, and we want this to be in the contacts time zone. Just by default, do contacts time zone. You may be working locally now, but in time you may branch out into different time zones, and just being habitual with that is a good thing. Stop on response. I typically check this. This means that the person responded to one of the automations. You sent an email and they said something back. Okay. Now the Tesla just went from self-driving mode to you driving mode, right? So now you are in control of the conversation, not the automation. Okay. So that looks good. We don't have to worry about the time window because the automation has it. We're going to go back to Builder, and the automation is done. So I'm going to, now you publish it and you save it. You always want to make sure you save it, and the save button on the top right-hand corner is going to be shaded. You'll see it'll be a different color. It won't be a bright blue. See how it's hazy? That means it's been saved. So now I go back out here, and that workflow is going to be there. Okay. Let's see here if it is in. It should be. Let's see here. You see how important it is to put them in your folders here. Dream Score for Business. See, it's right here. So one we just created, the 26th. I want to move it. I don't want it to be here. I want to move it where I can find it. Okay, so we're going to do that. You select it, the three dots, right? What do we want? I want to move it to my workflows, right? And as you can see here, I've got different different types of workflows, different folders. This one's for recruiting. This is for insurance. This is for webinars. So I'm going to move it there as a general me. So I go into my workflows, and it's going to be right here. Now I may create another folder for business outreach, right? And then I would put that in business outreach. It just makes you organized because eventually, you'll have so many, it'll be difficult to keep track of everything. Okay, so that is creating a workflow, and now all you do here is outreach. So let's go to contacts. I'm gonna go to a group, but I'm not gonna do it yet because I want to clean it up before I send it. Business prospects. Let's see. Those are not the ones I want. I want just my smart list. This one here. These are a bunch of local people here. Okay. All I would do is go like this, select all, right? All 78. See, it says add tags. Select the tag, right? So I just type in dreams. I look for that. I'm not going to do it. See Dream Score for Business. If I click on that, that automation is going to fire, and everyone's going to get whatever that automation is. Okay. And then it's going to be done, and it's on its way. The other way is through forms. Okay. And where you go to forms is you go to sites, go to forms, form builder, right? And here's the form that I pulled in there temporarily, this form. So let's say I like this form. Let me open it up. So this is the form here. Okay, if this is a good form, if I like it, you know, you could use this form in whatever automation, whatever website or landing page or whatever the case may be, you could use that form, and then that would fire the automation off. Okay, does anybody have any questions, or is your brain melting at this point?
Yeah, I'm melting down here a little bit. That's okay. Hey, when you title this a 404 support form, we see 404 come up when we
Yeah,
wind up somewhere and nothing's there, right?
nothing's there. Exactly right. Yeah, I just grabbed that form because it was just something that's not being used.
Okay, so you're not saying you'd use this for that
No, no,
purpose.
no. No, I just did it just for the purposes of the that's why I did not fire that automation off yet, because it's not fully ready to go, right? You could create a form from scratch, or you can use one of the canned forms that are in there. So let's go back and so create a form from a template. Now these are the forms that are here. If you go to select more, they're genred out here, depending on what you like. Let's say you like this form, you preview it first before you look at it. And if it looks good, it has the information that you want. You could change the logos and all that kind of stuff. You would just choose the template, Now it's going to pull that in. And then you would name it. So let's do it.
Anthony, do you mind if I say something here?
Sure.
So this training is extremely good, but it's probably more advanced than for most of our people. Most people are not ready to start creating their own automations. They first got to learn how to just use snippets and more of the basics. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, but that's you need to you got to jump in, man. You just got to
Okay.
jump in.
I get it.
If you ever gone skiing, the first time I went skiing, I went on the Circle Trail and I fell a bunch of times, right?
Yeah.
The third time
So
I went down on the square hill.
I just
And the
don't want
fourth
people to
time
get
I went down
discouraged.
on the circle that I never felt. You've got to come out of your comfort zone.
I get it, and I like it, and it was really good training for me. I just want to let people know that, like, look, we're gonna start teaching you how to, like, do calls in 30 minutes. We have a training where if you want to basically start being an apprentice, you'll actually watch people use Dreams Cloud. You'll watch Yvette and the other callers make their calls, leave messages, send emails, and we kind of have it somewhat turnkey where we have snippets and we have emails. It's a great way for you to start and watch people use it. Trying to, your first time setting up an automation, it's going to take you time to learn how to do that. And I love this. I mean, we're very lucky to have Anthony because this is stuff that you need to learn how to do. I have a question. Once you set up an automation like
Mhm.
that, if they don't know who to email, would you suggest that they get some of our emails from the intent data platform,
Of course.
or what would you suggest?
Yeah, absolutely.